Hey guys, we've got some new Hermes makeup to play with. I finally got my hands on these products. They were available on Selfridges like a few weeks ago, and then I feel like they all sold out or it was just kind of hard to get. Anyway, while I was in New York, I was able to place an order for the Natural Enhancing Complexion Balm, the Radiant Glow Powder, and the Radiant Matte Powder. So we're gonna put all of this on. Of course, we're gonna start with the Complexion Balm. It has an SPF 30 and I got it in the shade 20 Sable. All the information will be down below at the link that I leave for this, like the price and how many shades there are or whatever. You can just click on the link and it will show you, because I don't remember. I'm just interested in how this is gonna work for me. So here is the box that it comes in. So here is the tube, and so I'm a little surprised that it's a tube considering it is Hermes. I assumed that since it is Hermes, that it would come in something a little fancier, maybe like a glass bottle with a pump. Who knows? But anyway, let's just go ahead and try this out. So this is a 40 ml bottle, it's 1.35 fluid ounces. And again, SPF 30 PA and 3 pluses. You'll see that labeled there. All right, let's see. Oh, we've got a little safety seal here. Let's take that off. So here is the texture. It is very, very creamy, lotiony. It's not running at all. And I think this shade should work. We'll see. Let me see if there's any indication as to what they suggest. Brush or finger, no, they don't usually. All right, let's go ahead and just spread some on. Oh, it's got the Hermes fragrance. It's actually pretty fragranced. The Hermes fragrance being the one that they use in the lipsticks, and it is actually an Hermes fragrance. I just don't know which one. I'm not that familiar with Hermes, so it's almost like a candy floral kind of scent. I definitely need a brush. Hold on. I'm going to use my Westman Atelier foundation brush, which is like a flat paddle brush, and smooth that out. This actually has a bit more coverage than I thought, and this shade is really light. Can you see like the whiteness there? So maybe I got one that's too light. Let me pick up just a little bit less and go from there. I'm just putting it on half of my face so we can get a sense of the coverage. Yeah, maybe I just kind of slapped down too much initially, because now that I have it around my nose, well, it is kind of covering that redness up really nicely. Interesting. Okay. Well, definitely at least a light medium coverage, maybe possibly a medium coverage. I don't even think I need as much as I squeezed out. See, I still have that much left. All right, taking a close look here so I can get a sense of the finish. Is very skin-like. It's very natural. I don't feel like I have any extra glow to my skin. I definitely don't feel like it looks matte. And I feel like once I used the brush to apply the foundation, I got a really nice kind of like light medium coverage. When I put down a whole bunch there, I feel like I got a lot more coverage than I was bargaining for. So it does seem like it's buildable to something like a medium, but yeah, I think light medium probably best describes it. What is the SPF in here? Let me find out. Titanium dioxide is the second ingredient. I don't understand. How are you supposed to read stuff that's inside the box? Do I have to tear this open? I'm just trying to figure out what kind of SPF is in here, because my guess is physical SPF, like titanium dioxide, because I do feel like, I don't know if it's like the shade that's like a little bit too pale for me, or if there's actually like a little bit of a white cast. I just ripped the box open. Okay, yes, a mineral-based sunscreen. So, okay, all right, well that makes sense now, that kind of like whiteness that I see. And unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to do a full day wear test for this. I'm actually starting this video a little bit later in the day, but I will leave a pinned comment down below letting you know how it did wear. At least, let you know how long I wore it for and what I thought of the actual wear. But so far I'm just kind of surprised by everything. I'm surprised by all the choices that Hermes made. Like the plastic tube, which I think is a little bit, yeah, it's just unexpected from Hermes. And then a mineral-based sunscreen, which I'm not opposed to, but I don't know why I would think they would use like maybe a mixture, maybe because those are kind of my favorites when there's some mineral, some chemical sunscreen. I think it's interesting that they went with all mineral-based physical sunscreen. All right, so there is the Complexion Balm applied all over my face. And yeah, I think I've said or I've expressed all my thoughts already. I really do like the finish. So let's go ahead and move on to the Radiant Matte Powder. And I'm always intrigued when things are called like Radiant Matte. I'm like, which one is it? So we'll see. But here's the packaging. It's so pretty. The Hermes orange box, and this slides out. Here is the compact, which looks like a bigger version of the blush. Right? Yeah, I think the blush is a little bit smaller. And here is the powder. So it looks white in the compact. Let's see how it swatches. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. It looks very smoothing. I'm trying to get a sense as to whether or not it leaves like a white cast. I feel like this on top of the Complexion Balm with the mineral sunscreen in there, I don't know. Okay, let's try it before we draw any conclusions. I'm trying to find a powder brush. And I think I only want to apply it to half of my face because I want to see how the Complexion Balm wears by itself. All right, I've got Sonia G's Face Pro brush. This is the big fluffy angled brush. Wow, I went in a little bit too hard. I don't know if you can see, it's so white. I don't know if you can see all the kick up. My goodness, okay. Okay, so it's applied to this side. Yeah, it definitely mattified, but it doesn't look flat and dry, which is good. I guess that's the radiant matte aspect of it. This is without. You can see there's definitely a lot more glow on this side than this side. I'm trying to see between the two sides if this side does look a little bit like whiter or cooler or just paler in general. I think it's okay. I don't think I see it too much. It's so hard because I'm so pale, but maybe a little bit. Yeah, I feel like maybe this side, my complexion looks a little bit cooler toned. Interesting. Okay. Well, it does a nice job setting down. Yeah, my pores look a little bit smoother here. I definitely have powders that have done a much, much better job with pores, like the Chantecaille Perfect Blur Powder, the baked one. So far, so good. So that is the Radiant Matte Powder, and I just put it on this side of my face. Next, we have the Radiant Glow Powder. This is in the shade number 2 Mirage. I think there's only one shade of the highlight and one shade of this matte powder. So this is number 1, and this one is number 2. So I guess they're all kind of in the same line. I don't know, I'm not sure. Okay, same packaging. And ooh, here is this highlight. Let's do a quick swatch. There is that highlight. I like the tone of this better than that baked highlight that they came out with. The baked one, I mean, it's baked, so it's really beautiful, and I love the impression that's on there. Actually, I'm gonna grab it. Hang on one second. And while I was grabbing this, I went to take a look at the blushes. These are all the same size. The compacts are the same size. I don't know why I thought it was a little bit smaller. Anyway, this is the baked bronzer I was just talking about. Let's actually do a little comparison swatch here because, yeah, this one it's a little bit bolder. So here's the baked one. This is the new one that I just swatched. This is a very just straight up kind of gold highlight. The one that I just swatched, it's softer, but it also has a little bit more like peach to it, which I really enjoy. So I think this highlight, this newer one, is actually gonna be more my speed. So let me find a brush. I've got my Surratt highlight brush. Yeah, very pretty, very pretty. It's definitely like blingy enough for me. It's just not the blingiest highlight you're gonna come across, but I really like it. This is really a little bit more, you know, everyday, although I feel like highlight in general isn't everyday, but this one seems, yeah, like a little bit more subtle. I like that. And I do like the tone. I like that it has a little bit of like a peachy softness to it. I'm happy that they came out with this version because as beautiful as I find the baked version, it's just not an everyday kind of highlight for me. It is very, very shiny. Yeah, this is like shiny enough. Oof, okay. Well, those are the 3 new Hermes products that I wanted to try for you. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup, and then we can come back and just take like one last look at how this Complexion Balm is wearing. All right, so it has been about a half an hour, and I'm laughing to myself because I said that in one video, and someone commented, they were like, half an hour? How long does it take for you to do your makeup? Can we get a video on that? And it's not like this takes a half an hour. It's that I know I'm filming and I want to give you guys the best kind of like view of what it is that I'm wearing. And so I think, you know, a half hour is like a good amount of time to when I can't do like a full day wear test. It's like, you know, a decent amount of time that I feel like if a foundation has like settled in properly or like weird things start to happen, I don't know, maybe a half hour is too soon too. But anyway, it's been a half an hour. I haven't been doing my makeup the whole time. In fact, I'm trying to put some of this makeup away because my vanity is looking crazy again, but whatever. So far, I mean, you know, like I said, it's only been a half hour, but it does look really nice. I always like to look like right around my nose because I feel like if stuff is gonna start to break up, it's gonna break up there first. And like right in my T-zone area. But no, I think everything actually looks really nice. I feel like this foundation is actually settling into my skin nicely. Like it's starting to look almost like its name, like it's starting to look balmy. And this is the side that I applied the powder on, and this is the side with no powder. Yeah, I think it actually looks really nice. I like it better right now than I did when I first applied it. I also feel like maybe a little bit of that white cast has kind of like settled down a little bit. Yeah. All right, well, like I said, I can't do a full day wear test, but I will leave a pinned comment down below letting you know how each side wore, the side with the powder, the side without the powder. I'll leave all of that down below in the pinned comment. And then down below in my description box, I'll let you know what other makeup I have on. I do have an Hermes blush on and the Hermes lipstick and some other stuff. So anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I feel like I'm kind of leaving you without giving you like my thoughts on this, but it'll be all down below in the pinned comment. Like I said, right now I think it looks really, really good, but I'm gonna reserve opinion until I have had it on for at least several hours. And I do like this highlight more than the baked highlight. I just feel like it looks a little bit more natural. But that's it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Check that pinned comment and I'll see you in my next video.